This video discusses starting an online business on the basis of my experience that could help you. You may be wondering how, sort of staring at me and thinking, how on earth could your experience help me? I'll get to that later in this video. To provide context, I need to provide some more background. For most of us, we've realized that we do need to learn a new skill, and you may even have bought a book, had a book on your shelf, and you're busy scrolling through it, trying to find out what it is you really need to learn, what in fact that new skill is. You could realize that it's going to be quite a journey, and you come to the conclusion, perhaps even after doing a bit of research, that there are too many options and too little time. And that would apply to most of us. We don't have that much time left here. So what are my options? Well, one of the options I've listed is option 0. And that is one where you feel you have a lot of experience in life, and that you've even looked at what others are doing and you decided it's pretty easy and that you can just do it yourself. Now, I don't think this is a good option, and that's why I called it option 0. The problem is that you, as I was in the same position, don't know what you don't know, and therefore you don't know what you need to learn. So now you know why I call it option 0. So what is option number 1 then, besides 0? Well, option 1 is you really wing it. So you've done some research on your own, and if you're listening to me here, you're probably one of those sort of people that gets out there and does some searching. And of course, YouTube is one of those places to go to for finding answer to this. Now, the problem with this approach, option 1, is that it's generally going to take longer. The problem is that YouTube has lots of creators offering advice. Sometimes that advice is in conflict. But an important question to ask is, are they just building their YouTube channel, or are they successful online in the business that you want to start? That's a totally different thing. So the question then becomes, which YouTube creator do I follow? Well, I spent many months going down this rabbit hole and I got nowhere. And if you want to know what's really embarrassing, well, the truth is that while I was wasting my time going down this rabbit hole, I'd forgotten that I had purchased a course for exactly what I was searching for. I had done that a while ago, and I didn't even open that course. So, in my busy life, I forgot. Now, option number 2 is to use a proven blueprint. Now, you see the lady in the image there has a blueprint, and she's obviously building a house. Now, a blueprint will have every little detail that you need to do whatever you're doing, whether it's building a business or building a house or building a motor car. And because the blueprint gives every tiny detail, you know exactly where to put the windows and the doors and the plumbing, or you know exactly what you need to start your online business. Option 3 on my list here is to hire a coach. Now, why would I suggest that? Well, what I've found is that this journey, doing it on my own without anyone to help me, someone who's done it before, is actually quite a frustrating journey. As I mentioned, there's so many options out there, there's so many conflicting information. So it's a very frustrating journey. And if you consider most successful people, whether they be businessmen or athletes, all of them have a coach, and sometimes they have multiple coaches. Coaches for all sorts of aspects of their lives, like managing their finances, optimizing their business, and looking after their health. So there are many successful people that have given us the guidance there. And a lot of them start when they're very young. Like this young guy here, obviously learning to play tennis. He's learning how to hold the racket and probably about to serve. I don't know if you're like me, I don't have a lot of time to waste. I need to find a way of getting going so that I get results sooner rather than later, because I'd like to enjoy what I've learned. Now the challenge here, and it applies especially to me and maybe some of you as well, is I'll end up learning just for the sake of learning. I'm almost like an eternal student. One needs to know what the outcome is that you want before you start looking for training material. So the question is, what game are we in? Or to put that another way, what is your desired outcome? How would you feel if you realize after years of effort that you went down the wrong road? Imagine your dream future. Who must you be in order to enjoy that future? And there's this quote from Eleanor Roosevelt, and I think this is very, very true. And the beauty of their dreams suggests to me that there needs to be an emotional connection to your dreams. Just not a dream of anything, but a dream of something that you'd love to do, the person you'd love to become, that makes you smile, that makes your heart sing, is another way I like to put it. So what I suggest you do is take a bit of time and just let your dreams, your mind wander, and work out what your desired outcome is. Do you want more of the same? Do you want to find another 9-to-5er? Or with all your experience, you probably would be a very competent consultant and get into the consulting game. You could also go down another road, because what we've just talked about, 9-to-5 in consulting, is where you are exchanging time for money. Do you want to earn while you're asleep? Maybe even earn while you're enjoying life. I suggest you ponder this a little bit, because another 9-to-5, or even consulting, what you're doing is you're exchanging the one thing in our lives that is limited, and that is time. Whatever time you lose, you can never make back. If you lose money and you know how to earn money, you can always earn that money back. The other way of doing it is that you can use your limited time that we all have here, because we all have a beginning and the end is coming, even though we don't want to look at it that way. The second option here of earning while asleep at night, earning while enjoying life, going on holidays, traveling to exotic locations, or going into nature, whatever it is that you dream about. Think about life when you were a young person. What were your dreams there? I know what happened to me is I kind of stuffed my dreams away and just put my head down to earn to keep my family going, to educate my children, to cover my health costs as I got older. And that time will come to an end, and if I was not careful and I became aware of this, I would probably have died working at my desk. I hope that's not what you want, but of course our choices are all unique to us. There's unfortunately more. Like there always is, but wait, there's more. Before we really get into working out what training we want, we need to ask ourselves what business model or models I should consider. For example, do I have a product to sell? Is it a physical product? Something you can touch, you can deliver from a warehouse to someone's address? Or is it a digital product? What do I mean by a digital product? Well, we'll explore how that works. What if you don't have a product? And that's where I was. I was following this coach and he said to me, sell your products. Go on, create a business. If you want to create a business online, you need something to sell. And I got trapped in that idea that I don't have a product. Therefore, I can't start. And I spun my wheels for a long time, actually more years than I would like to admit, and I got nowhere. And then I realized that it doesn't have to be that way. So this is the point at which we all need to make an informed decision. Is it a physical product we want to sell? And some people have fantastic physical products. I know someone who has a wonderful business selling physical products. And if it's a digital product, well, what type of digital product? And what are the benefits of a digital product? Because I hadn't really thought about that. And there's that old question, no, I don't have a product of my own. And the question is, well, must I develop one? And I could not work out what sort of product I would develop. You know, they always go and say, well, find out what the market wants and develop that product. Well, how do I do that? I had no idea. Well, I hope I've helped you enlighten you or clarify a few aspects of your journey. And just one more thing. Are there any specific topics or questions you'd like me to cover in the next videos? Please leave a comment, post something in the comments below. And to help me improve what I'm doing here for you, you could also tell me what I must do more of and what I must do less of. I'm very happy to receive that feedback. And before you go, what I'd like you to do, please, is to hit that like button and subscribe to my channel and to hit the notifications bell so that you will know when I release another video on my YouTube channel. Thank you very much for watching. I look forward to you joining me in the next video. Bye for now.